Wow, that was interesting. How you doing?
You, oh, no, oh, I'm all right, man.
That's good. That's good, man. That was crazy. Well,
Yeah,
technology. That's what it is.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. How was your weekend?
Oh, wasn't too bad. Kids over here, being the bosses and stuff. That's my
Hey,
little man.
they just doing their job then, doing his job.
Yeah, yeah,
Cool, man. Well, I'm glad we got to catch up, and I just wanted to really chop it up with you and been kind of going on an escapade of talking to students, current and former or older students, and nobody stops being a student, but you know what I
yeah.
mean. And you have a unique perspective as well. And I remember when we got started on what you were telling me your goals were. So I just wanted to let this be a moment where we can showcase, not only the Forex aspect, but whatever you have going on professionally, because the time is now to do those things. So I wanted to do
hmm
that. So let's just start off. First of all, just introducing yourself and telling us, what you do on a day to day.
Okay, my name is Edmund Blackwood. I'm in trucking. I've been doing that for about, man, like 17, 18 years.
Uh,
Yeah, and basically met with Kevin a couple years ago, and I've been trying to pretty much transition out of trucking. I had a trucking business, and basically just sold that. So I'm just looking to transition out of trucking into Forex full time. I'm trying to be like Kevin.
Dude, man. Yeah, so if he ain't gonna try to teach nobody, he's just gonna sit back and count the dollars and not worry about it. So
I don't know. That's down the road, I think.
yeah, all right, you're right. First things first. I hear you.
Yeah,
So all right. So a lot of people ask, about people's level of competence when they come in, and just about me, a lot of people kind of know my story, but I've been trading for 12 years and been in finance, as a stockbroker or financial advisor,
yeah,
cumulatively for about 20 years. And a lot of people always ask what level you have to be at to learn from me or try to take my course. And I've had people at all levels, but yours is pretty interesting because you had been trading before we met, and I think you had been, seeing some success and whatnot. But you tell the story about kind of what you experienced in the way of courses and what they did for you or didn't do for you, and then kind of where you started and where you're heading towards now.
yeah. So I took I mean multiple courses from like very expensive courses, which would cost about $8,000.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. What's it? Online Trading Academy. I shouldn't put the name on like that, but
Hey, well, it is what it is. If it's that's what they charge, that's what they charge. And so
man, it was
people need
yeah,
to know.
yeah. So yeah, if you seeing Kevin's prices, you don't even understand. But you know what I mean. But I really didn't learn much from that course.
Yeah,
It was a week long, and then I went from that to pretty much kind of just looking for people who were full time traders,
yeah.
and I would pay like literally $1,000
Wow,
for like 30 days.
wow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but to me, it was a business expense,
Sure, 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 sure.
because I kind of just compared it from when I had my trucking company. It's just a business expense.
Yeah.
So then we met and you know what I mean? Like I saw your story and I was like, what? You know what I mean? So it's just like, and I remember when I first talked to you, a lot of stuff you said to me in the past, just from like swing trading to, you know what I mean? Everything you
Yeah.
said like in the past, it came back to be like, damn, Kevin was right. You know what I'm
That's crazy. That's awesome.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I meant, your course is so simplified, man. Like it really kind of like I guess broke down to like what I needed
Hmm.
and how to pretty much, because I understood a lot about the market, but my entering the trade was one thing that I was kind of struggling with, right?
Right.
So when you broke that down, like how you get into the trade, you know what I mean, from just like the different levels,
Yeah.
that kind of, I was just like, what, you know, and just
It's
simple.
it was funny because we just finished up the train the trader live class, where we had people come in live and learn
Yeah,
from me, and I had people at different levels, and that was somebody was saying that, man, one of the guys there had been trading for a while and he was self-taught, but he
yeah,
was trading a certain style and he was really honing in on that. I was telling him that you have to kind of really dig into some of the details of what's going
yeah,
on in the market. You know what I mean? And a lot of people just miss those little bitty details, and that's the difference
yeah,
between being successful and not being successful. I I don't. I just been doing it a while, you know, and so I just try to pass on that wisdom, you know, and I've tried all that stuff. I've had the busted accounts, you know, I've lost big money and, you know, and I've been blessed to recover and do different things, but it's, you know, I've had that journey. So I'm like, I want people to succeed, you know, so I just try to tell them what I've experienced, you know, so they don't have to pay the same price I did. You know, when I got my education, mine was in excess of $5,000 to go fly somewhere and spend a week with some people. And thankfully it worked because that was what I crafted my, you know, built my course upon, ultimately me making it more my own and kind of taking that to people. But you said something when we had talked this weekend about the time frames, and people ask all the time, like, what time frames do you trade? What time frame do you trade? And so share with me like where you were, where you're headed, or what, you know, what time frames you think kind of have shown that they're a little bit more reliable. So it's just not me.
Man, you know what?
Teaching.
if you're a new trader, honest to God, you should be on the higher time frame.
I agree.
That's what I learned. It's like when you're on the hour, even the 15 minutes to 30 hour, you're not emotionally equipped to handle that yet.
That's good. That's
you know what I mean? So
emotionally equipped to handle that yet. That's good.
Yeah, and psychologically you're not. You know, so when I realized that the higher time frame is what's really running the show.
Right.
You know, it took me a while to figure it out, and I remember you said that to me like a couple years ago. Like a lot of stuff you said, I was like, damn, he was right. You know, like, you know. But at the time, like even when I remember talking to you one time and you were talking about swing trading, I was looking like, why would I swing trade?
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking like that, like, nah.
That's crazy.
But now,
I can get this money now.
Yeah, you know, I need to get in and out, but now I want to swing trade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
like now I see it.
Well, the thing is, and I appreciate you saying that, Edmund, you know, what everybody goes through that journey. And I think when I talk about trusting the process, and I say if you rush the process, you don't trust the process. I mean that, you know, sincerely. And a lot of people, you got to go through that journey for yourself, though, because I can tell it to you, but nobody really talks about taking a trade and letting it run for a few days, not even, you know, let alone a week, you know. So it's like, but in it takes a level of faith to do that too, because if you're not having success as a trader, and then somebody comes to you and tells you, well, you should look at the higher time frames because they're much more reliable, and then they give you a way to look at it that's simple enough to, you know, actually execute, you still don't know because you haven't had any experiences with that, you know. And so it's you're right, there's an emotional level of maturity that actually kind of comes with that, you know what I mean? And most of us, and myself included, you know, we started off with kind of a casino mentality. If we're being real with ourselves, you know, we want to get a quick hit because I know I'm gonna let you go because I know you got to take care of your little one. But you know, everybody wants to get a quick hit, and that's understandable because most people come into this with a goal of say, I got to get this money in a relatively short period of time, you know. But you end up running in the opposite direction because you make so many mistakes or you take so many losses trying to get there that you actually set yourself behind, you know. And the whole point is to minimize your losses. Everybody's going to lose, but minimize the losses. So set yourself up for success by taking the better trade time frames, you know. So we all been there, man, but I appreciate you because I do remember, I mean, even when you would send me trades, it'd always be on a 15-minute. I'm like, I don't even really talk about the 15-minute, but it's cool. It's cool. All right. I'm here, bro. I'm here for it. But yeah, man. So now you're working on trying to get into a program to become a money manager. Is that correct? Or?
Yeah, I'm trying to get with FTMO.
Okay.
And you know, I believe I'm ready now. And that's, you know, I'm just trying to find the time to do it.
Yeah.
Because of my schedule, it's like I think I'm gonna wait for like the slow season in trucking. Because right now we're, you know what I mean, even with everything going on with COVID, it's still our busy season, which is the summertime.
Right,
so,
summer. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they gotta kind of make the money. But with their program, you're gonna need like a month, I think, to pass.
Okay.
Some people can do it in like a week or two, but you know, I'm anticipating a month.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm thinking about the slow season. So honestly, I've just been like, I think I just kind of put off trying to make money, and I just really sat down and like studied every single day. I study, and that's when the light bulb kind of went off and was like, yo, you need to be looking at the higher time frame.
That's good, man.
Because I just saw how the movement of the market and the pips. I was just like, yo.
Yeah. I mean, you realize it's not that hard to get, you know, several hundred pips out of a trade. It's just, we look at it, you know what I'm saying? We look at it so differently because of the way we get taught and, you know, the stories that people tell and, you know, and the kind of the culture that we live in generally is such a quick, you know, quick hit culture. It doesn't leave a lot of room for people to learn. But I appreciate what you said also, because I tell a lot of students in the live class we just had, I shared the same thing. Focus on the process, get a good process and like get a repeatable process that you follow and let that process include losing lower amounts of money. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna lose, but set yourself up to where you can overcome that quickly by honing in on the process that works for you. And the money is a byproduct of doing that right. You know what I mean? But when you go for the money, first of all, you make foolish decisions, because even when you're in a trade, you know, you'll get out early because you're afraid you're gonna lose out, or you'll hang in too long because you're afraid you're gonna lose. And all that fear, all it does is make sure that you get exactly what you're looking for. You know what I mean? It gives you exactly what you're looking for. So and that's what I try to do with the course, with the, you know, the Forex family of courses. I know you started, you know, we're actually about to take it to another level of intensity with the Forex for Dads that you joined, because that was where my heart was, you know. So
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, as a father, man, I wanted to just have something that men could grab onto that didn't include another job. You know what I mean? So that we could do what we need to do for our families and everything. But we're gonna, I'm about to really focus back in on that, because I think there are a lot of people out there, no matter if they're doing well or not, man, you can't replace time. You know what I mean? And so you got to be in a position to have that time freedom to be the, you know, the kind of father or spouse or person that you want to be. So I'm here for it, man. But hey, you know, I'm here for whatever you need from me in that journey. I'm here to help. You know, I'm excited to see you go ahead and get checked off the block as a fund manager, so we can come back and talk about that too.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
I mean, because that means you're making money anyway. I mean, you know, you don't succeed and not make money. So
you know, you know, you was one of the first person, I think, I don't know if you posted it or something, man. Like, you were one of the first person I saw posted something about fund manager. I don't know if it was another guy you were helping back in the day.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that? You know what I mean? Because nobody said to me that, oh, by the way, you know, you can trade other people's money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I was like, what? You know what I mean? Like, people give you money to trade if you prove you can trade?
Exactly. With little, like, I mean, but now it's just your style. Okay, I know you got to run. I heard the baby in the background. Hey, much love.
That's my son.
Yeah, my best to your wife and your child, man. Thanks, Edmund. Let's catch up on the other side, man. Let's make something happen. Let's get some stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Okay. All right, brother. I'll catch you later. Much love.
All right, man.
All right, man.
Hold on.